So when we got that license, that was the beginning of a new type of activities in Egypt, which is power generation from solar energy and selling it to consumers as kilowatt hours that were generated from solar energy. And that was new because nobody thought that you can generate enough electricity or reliable electricity from renewable energy that you can use for your different business activities. The government is doing their part, to be honest, when it comes to encouraging renewable energy in general. It's a question now of companies building proper business models around the existing regulations to allow them to build sustainable projects, sustainable, profitable projects. And that is the tricky part. Because of the changing economics today, it takes a lot of effort and to build a viable business case and protect it against the current changes in pricing and in supply chain. There were the government regulations that allowed that to happen, but nobody wanted to do it. And we were the first to attempt and try and do that. And I think sometimes when you look at what is allowable or what the regulations say in Egypt, not a lot of people research that to realize what is possible and what's feasible and what's not. And I think it's important that we explore the extent of the law, what the law allows for a sector to grow and how to make a good use of it and to build a business case around the existing regulations. And I think this is quite important because it allows us to give feedback. It allows us to go back to the regulator and say, we think this works, we think this needs to be changed, to create that interactive relationship that helps in building and cementing and growing the sector. And we lobbied for the change of some regulations that we thought by adjusting them, it would allow the market to grow bigger. And actually it happened. And it was the first time that we worked on a lobbying exercise for a few months to try and explain to for the regulator of the power sector why we think those changes are important, and it worked. I think one of the most important things that we need is financing mechanisms that can take into account the current economic situation, whether in Egypt or globally. The market is changing, supply chains are getting affected, and it is important that the market is capable and banks are capable of developing new financing mechanisms that will take all of that into account. And I think that's one of the main needs of not just the solar market, but many other industries today in Egypt.